Hello, my name's Jalise. Welcome everybody now to my Angel Season 5 review. And I gotta say this, everybody. I am a fan of Angel Season 5, I am, but this was the last season of Angel. And unlike Buffy, Buffy knew that the 7th season was gonna be the last season. Angel Season 5 had no idea. And because of that, it felt really off. And it was unpleasing to me. I was very dissatisfied at how things ended. It's not because it's a bad season. It's because it started off with a piece of building something up. After the great conclusion of Season 4 and the powers that be and whatnot of Jasmine, we had Angel Season 5, so they're building up something. They're building up to a bigger story. It's 22 episodes built up to a new characters, yes, but Joss Whedon written down for how to start off something big's gonna happen in Season 5. We built up these new characters that we introduced, or introduced new characters that built up the bonds between the entire new cast. And then Season 6 would have been an epic conclusion to the series. Sad to say that did not happen. Season 5 had a misbag of being the last season of Angel, and it kind of didn't fit. What happened during this season? Spike is back. Spike is basically, if you didn't see Buffy Season 7, the finale, Spike sacrificed himself for the greater good with an amulet that basically destroyed a lot of demons. But the thing is, though, this amulet stored Spike's soul, so he's a ghost. During this time, Fred tries to get him back as basically a physical form, and they do form a bond. Also during this time, each member of the group is dealing with a different branch of Wolfram and Hart. They're all now working in that big, fancy, dang law firm, and Wesley's dealing with the books, Fred's dealing with the science stuff. Gunn has now put something in his brain where he knows all the stuff about the law stuff, and now he dresses in the suit, he knows all about the law shit, and I just really enjoy him. Angels deals with the whole managing a business like this instead of he usually just cuts and dry kills people. He doesn't feel as the Angel he used to be of saving the day and all that stuff. Now he's more political and he doesn't like it. There are some really great episodes with him as a Muppet, to him having a werewolf girlfriend. Yes, he does have a werewolf girlfriend, and she's in 3 episodes. She's even in the finale, and yet they don't continue the series. You could tell they were building up to something, but sad to say, did not necessarily went true fully. What also happened? Besides that, here was this the first half was building something of the group just struggling with Wolfram and Hart, and then Angel, and then Spike came in going physical again, being in a physical form. But then they had Lindsay come back. Don't get me wrong, I love Lindsay as a character, but the problem though with his character, the reason why he's come back is to get rid of Angel. To kill Angel because he took over Wolfram and Hart. The thing is though, Lindsay didn't, from what I remember in Season 2, Lindsay parted ways with Angel because he didn't want to be a part of Wolfram and Hart no more. They parted on good terms. Now he's just back because he wants some revenge that those demons, those things gave everything that I worked so hard for to Angel. Nah, that's spiteful. It might tug a bit, but to go back and to kill Angel and all this stuff, to me, it just you know what? This is the final season. We're gonna bring Lindsay back. Kind of doesn't make a sense. He's an interesting character. I don't like the way he was killed off. Don't like what they did with Lauren's character all that much at the end. What also happened? Here's the thing. I was so shocked at how much of Fred and Wesley's relationship that I loved. I loved them together as a couple. And here's the thing. This is how you could tell they rush certain things. One, Cordelia comes back in 1 episode. Yes, she comes back. And you know what happens? She's killed off in that same episode. She doesn't wake up from her coma. It's sad and it sucks. And what's the point of having Cordelia come back for 1 episode? To me, her dying was too big. She ascended to something, to the powers that be. Yeah, that's great, but her dying in 1 episode, you should have just killed her off in Season 4 and be done with it. But then again, they didn't have the opportunity for making it the final season. They just did it. They didn't have the opportunity to make it 2 seasons instead of just 1 final season for Season 5. And they've rushed certain things. We had Cordelia come back, then we had something good, and then Fred and Wesley get together, and then next episode, Fred dies. Yes, Fred and Wesley get together, and then she dies. And it's such a tragic death. Granted, I'm glad that Amy Acker was still around because she played an interesting character called Illyria, and she was one ancient, old ones of the demons, and she used to rule the earth. And her character arc is interesting. She connects with Wesley because Wesley sees her because still sees Fred's because it's still the same person, except different. And Illyria's and Fred's relationship is really interesting, and I really think they could have gone places in season 6. Like I said, if you cannot do that and bring new and interesting characters and just the jam them in there at the end, to me that doesn't work out. Illyria was still an awesome character, and she still kind of did fit in, but I applaud Joss Whedon for doing what he could with such a short amount of time. I mean, I cannot forgive him for killing off Fred, and then have Wesley there. That is like waiting. Again, it's like we waited for so long for these characters to get there, like a year or 2 years. They get together and then they die. You do this right now on television these days, people would hang these people. People these days would hang Joss Whedon for what he did to Fred and Wesley. At the end, Wesley dies, and it was the most heartbreaking scene I ever seen on TV. I'm not even joking. I love Fred and Wesley together. Probably my favorite TV show couple of all time. It probably is. You know, Angel's not in my top 20 or top 25 TV shows of all time. Fred and Wesley probably is number 1. And during this time, the whole villains, it's not Wesley, it's just the group struggling with Wolfram and Hart. And sad to say, since this was the final season, Spike and Angel had a lot of great moments. They were great together. The team felt great. But ultimately, it led to season 5 where they're like, hey, how do you want to do this? Hey, let's go to work. And they just started off one final battle. That was it. It cuts to black. And it just absolutely sucks that we never got a season 6 of Angel. It absolutely sucks. And I'm greatly upset about that. And I enjoyed Angel season 5. Even though, to me, it was the stepping stone, I kind of felt rushed to replace it. Angel Season 5 is a very entertaining season. It's an A-2. So, overall, if we're counting all the Angel seasons, Season 1 I gave a B. Yes, I did enjoy Season 1. Season 2, I gave an A-. Season 3, an A. Season 4, an A-. And Season 5, an A-. So, when I'm done with this entire series, I'm going to be ranking all the Buffy shows. All the Buffyverse series, Angel season 1 through 5 and Buffy season 1 through 7. I'm going to be ranking them all down. And I gotta say, everybody, a lot of people are not going to like me for this. And I'm going to have a top 10 Buffyverse characters, including the Buffy and Angel TV show. So, that'll be it for this dang series. So, let me know what y'all think of one. Subscribe if you like. The screen down bottom, link, comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion, respect yours. My name's Jaleesa. I'm Godfrey. Everybody. Bye-bye.